Hello and welcome to round number 4 out of 20 here in Aerodynamix F1 2020 Racing League. We're here in Division 2 out of, 2, and I just want to say that I'm really glad to be finally back. I had some problems and, it's just, yeah, but I'm finally back. As you see, the Alfa Romeo of Knorix going just through the Ferrari. So as I said, this is round 4 out of 20 here in China, and it's quite glad to see this track back. I mean, obviously in real life we hadn't seen this track in quite a while now. It's going to be 2 years now. We didn't have it in 2020 and we won't have it in 2021. So a while without China. It's not a bad track. There's a lot of overtaking spots. There's a lot of overtaking spots mainly into turn 14. You can also overtake it in turn 1. And we even saw some overtakes on turn 6 and turn 11. But those are the rare spots. This is definitely not a bad track, and we saw some good racing on the past in this track. Good mention would be 2018 when Dino Ricciardo just stormed through the front pack and won the Chinese Grand Prix. And then his teammate Verstappen obviously had troubles in the same race. Yeah, it was definitely a good race. So already half of the field doing their outlap. Well, Lucifer Shadid, obviously the championship leader, still in the garage, but the Dutch Awesome, the one that is really definitely in competition for the championship, obviously, the Dutch Awesome, Lucifer and Gresco really starting to pull away from the rest of the field in terms of the championship, but it's still early days, so we cannot count anything out. So we're right on board with Dutch Awesome. So we go through the long sweeping in 2 corners. Easy on the power. You do not want to go squarely on the rear end. Maximize the exit. Use the curb on the left. Brake 100-meter board. Once again. Easy on the power. Short shift into 4th. And now barely flat. Almost flat out corner, and another sweeping corner, and another sweeping left corner this time. As he goes, turns right. This corner is really easy to as you see, Dutch Awesome really squirm your rear end. It's really easy to just squirm yourself on the rear end and just crash on that corner. But now, brake on a 100-meter board once again. Easy. Hit the apex, hit the curb in the middle, hit the outside curb. And the Dutch Awesome sets a time of 1 minute 32.3, but it's still 5/10 behind Sizzle. But Vroom beats Sizzle with a 1 minute 31.7, and Sizzle just a 10th down, and a further 200 down is Knox. Dutch Awesome 1 minute 32.3. Flubrix 1 minute 32.7. F1 Immoral in 1 minute 42.8. Dan Richardson 1 minute 35.4. And Tommy 1 minute 33.6. And and I forgot to mention that this is quite an unusual race setup, so it's a 50% race, so quite normal there, but in terms of qualifying it's a full qualifying, so the knockout, so there's free qualifying, so you have Q1 where only the top 16 qualify into Q2, and the bottom top 15, sorry, and the bottom 5 just stay where they are and just stay there for the race. Then Q2 is the drivers. Oh, as Dutch Awesome really just wants to get out of the way, I believe. Yeah, and then the Q2 is the further 5 people get knocked out. Yes, and only the top 10 goes into Q3, which is also known as the top 10 shootout. And the tires you qualify on in Q2 will... The tires you qualify on in Q2 will... I'm sorry. The tires you qualify into Q1 from Q2, the fastest lap, that's the tires you're going to start the race. So you're going to see some different strategies here in Q2. So maybe some people will try medium, some maybe will try soft, or maybe something different. We'll have to wait and see. And obviously the bottom 10 get a free choice of tires, so that is definitely so that just still keeps them in competition. And yep. And the strategy, what would the strategy look like? Where you can either do a 2-stop or a 1-stop. 1-stop, I believe a soft to hard is definitely possible. I tried it myself, and it can gain you a lot of positions. But medium to hard is probably the best strategy. But obviously, not a lot of people will have that choice if they qualify on softs into Q1. And you obviously have the 2 stops of soft mediums, and the soft mediums would be, well, it shows you as the recommended tire strategy in the game, but in the soft hards is definitely possible, especially as the hards are really durable in the game. So you could, I think a soft hards is definitely faster, but some people will still try a 2-stop, because a 2-stop is definitely possible if you have the pace, but there's obviously the risk you can get stuck in traffic, as phone range just the 1 minute 44.7, but still still 7 people set their lap times. 8, sorry. But in terms of races, what else? What other race? Well, no other really interesting race comes up to mind. I mean, there's the 2007 Chinese Grand Prix where famously Hamilton went into the gravel on the pit entry, and that lost in championship at the end. So yeah, and well, no other race really comes up to mind apart from these two. So it's definitely interesting. But you know, even if a track is boring, which I don't think this is, but even if some tracks are boring, you know, the aerodynamics just manages to still put some good racing and really interesting races. Me being a really good witness of that. The Dutch Awesome goes for his second lap, so he does not feel safe with his time right now. So he's not risking the biscuit, and he's going for a second run just to keep it safe. But he's aborting his lap, I believe. Yeah, he is. He aborted his lap and probably maybe regret his decision going in for a second run, or maybe messed up along. We'll try a second run on this. So 7 minutes left of this Q1 session. Right now in risk is Dan Richardson, Kieran, Mini, FN Miller and Gresco. And obviously Kieran, Mini, FN Miller and Gresco all need to set their lap times, and Gresco is on his out lap, and you rather get a feeling that Gresco will definitely improve to at least the top times of the table. So this track, I mean, let's talk about maybe the setup and the drives we could use. I mean, I'm not really too sure, but I think it would be really like a balanced. This track is quite balanced. I mean, you obviously have the long straights of the one right now Gresco is on, and other, which really can lose you a lot of time if you have two high wings, but if you have two low wings on the corners, you feel the car handle like a nightmare, which is obviously something you do not want to happen. So Gresco is finally starting his lap for 6 minutes left for the section, and let's right now the fastest lap time of Q1 is a 1 minute 31.4, so obviously already some quick lap times going on here in Q1. Respectively, Sklad letting Gresco pass. Yeah, so as I said, the setup would be probably just around the balanced setup, I would say. And yep. But jingle fingers. But looking at the past Grand Prix, it's definitely going to be really close. Even in Q2, to see who gets into Q1 is going to be really close, and who gets pole position is also going to be really close. The gap here in Division 2 is really close from 20th to 1st, and it just produces a lot of interesting races, as I said before. So stay tuned as Gresco says the third fastest lap time in Q1. And obviously we're around a month away of having the F1 2021 game to come out, which looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks great, but apart from the braking points, there's nothing really new. Like as I said, the braking points, but then that's gonna be a month thing, but then it'll just be the same thing. But it's probably the same thing with all the F1 games. When my team came out, it was like really groundbreaking and everything for like a month or two. I just want them to really just leave a year and just do not add anything new, but do those really small things that this game really needs. This game is really begging for a lot of small things to be added that just will make this game 100 times better. For example, like more realistic stuff like red flags, for example. red flags like tire graining, more realistic in tire wear, and more realistic damage. That's a really important one, because right now we can only damage our front wing, which is absolutely stupid, and the tires. But yeah, what else? Well, a lot of things. There's just like those small things that they need. Well, hopefully with the EA taking over, that these things will come into fruition, but it's never a guarantee. So 2 minutes left of the Q1 session. But what do you think will happen with the EA? Because obviously this talks about the game being more expensive and more in-app purchases, which is definitely possible, knowing EA. Like, I'm a Need for Speed fan here, and right now EA is really like uncaring for Need for Speed. Like, it's really painful to be a Need for Speed fan these days, because like EA doesn't really care for Need for Speed as much as they did, which is really sad. But hopefully this will not happen with the F1 games. Obviously F1 games are not as popular as Need for Speed, but they're definitely growing, and each year there's even like more and more sales, which is good to see. More fans, which means more people to play with. Yep. So that's just my thoughts. But I personally think that it won't be as bad as people think, and I think it'll definitely be a change for the better, at least short term. I don't think long. I mean the other way around. It'll definitely be a better change for a better long term. So that's just my thoughts. But 30 seconds left of the Q1 session, and right now Kieran, Mini, Dan, Funrage, Tommy, all risking to get knocked out of Q1. So Tommy, as I forgot to set telemetry. So obviously everyone has softs. What else would you choose? So Dan Richardson is definitely out of Q1, and that's definitely a big shame for Dan Richardson. Well, many rules. Alex is going through the last corner, and let's see if he improves. Well, obviously he will definitely improve, but if he can get out of the bottom 5. No, he doesn't, and he stays P18, and he's out of Q1. Next up on the road is Kieran Barr. Can he get out of the bottom 5? Can he improve by a far margin? Or can he improve enough for it to all happen? Going through the last corner, great DRS reaction time, and he goes out of the bottom 5. Next up on road is Tommy. Well, he improved enough. Obviously Verbrisk is really in risk right now. He goes through the last couple of corners, and can he improve enough? Tommy in the Haas, will he get out of Q1? Yes, he will. 0.5, and that knocks Verbrisk out in Q1. Well, next with Funridge, knock F1 Immortal in Q1. Fun Range has got the power to knock down F1 Immortal down to Q1. F1 Immortal will be praying as much as he can for Fun Range to not improve. Going through the last corner, quite squarely on the rear end, but did he improve enough? No, he does not improve. He stays P18, and he's out of Q1, and F1 Immortal can now breathe. And F1 Immortal can now breathe. Calmly. So Vibrisk, Anbu, Von Range, Mini Rules Alex, and Dan Richardson all out in Q1. But as I said, it's really close. 1.1 second covers the 15th. That is extraordinary. That just shows you how close it is. And it's just really hard to call who's going to take pole. I just got scared a lot because I don't know if you saw, but for a brief second I saw 1 out of 3 laps, and I just, oh my goodness, I thought something broke again. But nothing to worry about. So now the strategy is going to play out. Who will try medium tires, who will try soft, or maybe someone will even try hard tires. So that would be incredible if someone does that. So the gap from soft to medium is around 7/10, I believe, and hard to soft is 1.5 seconds, I believe. So definitely a big gap. So already 4 drivers out, and the Dutch Awesome on the medium tires leads the field and is the first one out. So obviously you'll see some drivers going quite slowly on their outlap. They're doing it just because, well, they do not want to wear down their tires too much for their fast lap, and they just want to prepare their tires for the optimal. As you see, they're just weaving left right just to get the most optimal tire temperature. So interesting, the field is really balanced around. It's mediums, softs, just half and half. Oh, and that oh my goodness, that was not pleasant, and you can hear the frustration in the Dutch Awesome cockpit. And well, there's definitely going to be some behind the scenes debrief going between the Red Bull F1 Immortal and the Alfa Romeo of the Dutch Awesome. But that was not good from F1 Immortal, and well, that just throws the doggy a bone for Dutch Awesome and makes his life more complicated. And if you want to join, just get in contact with in one of the admins or something. You can, with the drivers you see on the screen, just add one of them and maybe message them, and they'll get you in contact with an admin, or just comment on this video. Everything is possible. The Dutch Awesome really respectively moving out of the way, and even after he got held up, he still let people through. That is really great respect from him. Vroom sets a 1 minute 33.1, and he gets beaten by 2 seconds by 1 minute 31, 1 minute 31.5. Thomas with 1 minute 32 dead. Jingle Fingers 1 minute 32.5. The Dutch Awesome 2 minutes and 5, obviously, with the problems he had. So the Dutch Awesome, he's trying his lap on the second in time, so thankfully he fueled up enough for that. At least we hope so. So the top two on softs with the fastest lap times, and what happened to Lucifer? Yeah, he's just letting drivers fly for he just spun, but Lucifer, obviously one of the championship contenders, already on a soft tire, so he's not risking anything. He knows what he's doing. So the top two on softs, no, top three now, and then 4th to 11th on mediums. So 9 minutes left of this really interesting Q2 session. So right now the drivers on race is Gresco and bottom 4 who still need to set their lap times. So right now the times are 1 minute 41.5 on soft tires by Sizzle, 1 minute 42 dead by well now FN Nilla with 1 minute 41.8 on softs, Thomas 1 minute 42 dead by on softs, F1 Mall 1 minute 42.4 on softs, Jingle Fingers 1 minute 42.5 on mediums, Sklad with 1 minute 32.7 on mediums. So he's got beaten by a driver on a medium, so that's definitely risky. Vroom 1 minute 33.1 on the mediums, 2 lap old mediums. Jordan Norris 1 minute 43.2 on the mediums, 1 minute 43.2 on the mediums, 1 minute 32.8 by Tommy on the mediums, and Dr. Austin 1 minute 34.6 on the mediums, and Gresco 1 minute 38.9 on the mediums. Oh no, sorry, I would like to apologize because Sklad has set his fastest lap on the mediums, and well, soft is the tires is on right now, and so is Vroom went on soft. So driver is not feeling comfortable with their times on the medium tires and going back again to say much faster on the much softer tires. But we talked about that this track is decent for watching. But let's talk about maybe this track, how it is for driving on it, because well, on my with my experience, I do not like this track. With driving on it, I can never get the lap times on this track, and it never flows for me. But definitely some drivers will, definitely the drivers here knows how to drive this track and know the most optimal racing lines and most optimal braking points on this track. But as I said, it would be really great to hear the opinions of these drivers, how they like this track. But for me, it's not a really flowing track, and I just do not like racing on it. So still Tommy, the Dutch Awesome, and Gresco in the danger zone, and Kieran and Lucifer obviously need to set their lap times in the danger zone also. So 5 minutes left, so drivers will now be preparing to set the final run. Lucifer feeling really comfortable indeed on the medium tires, and he sets the fastest sector too. Lucifer on a medium tire, so he's flying right now. And if he beats a time of 1:41.5, which is on softs, that would be incredible. But obviously the track is really ramping up. The more time drivers drive on it, the faster it takes, because it offers more grip. But Lucifer will definitely, I think we'll have one lap after this one. Well, let's see where he ends up with fastest time. I don't know the fastest time, 1:42.6, and that is really close indeed. And will it be enough? It's definitely on the cusp. It is. Well, next up on the road is Gresco in a Red Bull. Well, let's see if he can improve his time. Definitely his first lap time was not the max he can do. He knows that he can improve, and he goes through the last corner. Open DRS, and he goes P9, and will that be enough? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Kieran on his out lap. But is Gresco doing a second lap? Has he fueled up enough for a second lap? Well, that would be really interesting indeed if he does. But the Dutch Awesome on his out lap, and Knoxer, well, he invalidated his lap, so maybe he fueled up for a second run, or he didn't. Well, it's going to be really interesting with this, but he does not have a lot of ERS left also, so it's definitely going to hamper him. But Vroom, next one to set his lap time. I'll see double waved yellows in sector 3. That's just some drivers letting someone pass. And where will Vroom end up? Oh no, that was his outlap. Oh. Well, Gresco is diving in the pit. If he makes it, he'll definitely be really frustrated with himself if he does not. And where will he end up? Will he go into Q1? Incredible lap. But he's And now Knockers goes P7, and then that knocks Gresco into the danger zone. And Jordan, he invalidated his lap, so he's going to be really gutted with this. And now Vroom, he's going. He improves his second fastest time. And now it's Cloud. Can he go out of the bottom 5? He's 11th right now. And where he goes fastest overall with a 1 minute 31.1, and it's definitely an incredible lap by Cloud, and that knocks Lucifer in the bottom 5. It's now Jordan Norris who still needs to set his lap time. So the Dutch Awesome is on his lap and he will not improve, so he stays P14, but it's all up to Jordan Norris. Oh, that was really close with the track limits. And well, that definitely lost him a lot of time. And maybe did that just invalidate his key to Q1? Did that mistake just cost him Q1? Well, we'll have to wait and see. He goes through the final sector and through the last corner. He did not invalidate, so can he push Jungle Fingers? No, he can't, and he stays P, and he goes P11. And the bottom 5 are out of Q2, and it's definitely a really surprising one. Lucifer, Gresco, and the Dutch Awesome, all in championship contenders, out in Q1, Q2. What a qualifying session that is! But that, wow! But that just throws the doggy a bone, and who can take the championship this time? But right now we're definitely seeing a lot of drivers that can capitalize on the championship leaders being out of Q2. But this is incredible. It's just definitely a shocker of a session right now. Absolutely shocker. So Jordan Norris in a Renault out. Lucifer Shadid, a shocker. In the Alpha Tauri out. Gresco, Red Bull, another shocker out. And the Dutch Awesome in the Alfa Romeo, another shocker out. And Tommy in a Haas out. And all of them will not go into Q1, into the top 10 shootout. And that that is just shocking. So this just shows that this is just early days, and well, it's going to be really, really interesting to see who can take the win in the pole position, if not them. So a lot of drivers will definitely be really happy with that result, and will be looking to capitalize and catch up to the top 3 in the championship. So we're now going into the top 10 shootout. 12 minutes we have. Sorry about that. So the first driver out is the Williams of Cizelle. So seeing the two Williams in the Q3, definitely a rare sight in terms of real life how it goes. So who's going to take pole? Who's going to take the glory of taking pole position? Who's going to start on the front position? It's going to all be answered in the next 10 minutes. And you rather get a feeling that it's going to be really, really extremely close between these 10. So but obviously the bottom 5 that got knocked out, they're gonna have the strategic advantage, obviously starting on much fresher tires and have a free choice of tires in against the drivers we have here that do not have this comfort. But Cecil right now on a really quite a clean lap, to say the least. And it's going to be interesting where Cecil can he take pole, or can someone else take pole? But it's just going to be really interesting that who is going to win the championship. Right now, just looking at the field, it's really extremely close between all of them. But Cecil 1 minute 31.5, and whoa, just 7 thousandths down is Vroom, and the 10th down is F1 and more, but 7 thousandths down in gap from Vroom to Cecil. Close. Well, Sclad, where can he had the fastest lap time in Q1, but can he? Yes, he can, by 4/10 of a second. F1 Miller, the next McLaren. Can he deny him? Can he deny his teammates provisional pole? No, he can't. He goes P5. So Ice One just going on his out top, 7 minutes left. Jingle Fingers did invalidate his lap, so he will not. Well, that will definitely hamper him in terms of this qualifying session, and he's gonna be praying that no negative track conditions come. So well, yeah, we didn't speak a lot about the weather, but obviously we don't know what the weather is going to be like in the race, but China is definitely in place where it can't rain, as we see Jingle diving into the pits. Kieran really does not like setting banker laps. I saw he's doing the same thing he did in Q1 and Q2, just setting a one and only lap on his second on the latter stages on a qualifying session. Obviously when the track ramps up, oh, this one goes really wide indeed, but might that hamper him, and he goes P4 in provisional second row. And now Knockers is on his out lap. So Knockers on his out lap. Let's see what can he do on his fast lap. So he just crosses the line and he starts to set his time. So let's just run aboard with Knockers going right through the sweeping corner. Just let the throttle and let the aerodynamics do its thing. Just gear down, and same thing on this corner. Easy on the power. And now for the hairpin of turn 3. Hard braking. Oh, and he goes a little bit wide, but easy on the power once again, and goes through the almost flat out corner. And now 2 gear down, 3 gears down, and another sweeping left hand corner. Obviously take a little bit of curb, but not too much to not avoid again invalidate lap. Hit the curb on this, hit the curb on here, and now this tricky corner. Like, it's just attempting to put the power so much earlier, but in reality, if you put it too much that early as you think, you'll just spin into the wall. It's just really tempting. But now through the really long straight, brake on 100-meter board through the second hairpin. Easy on power, second gear, going up the gears now, short shift. Brake 50-meter board, 3 gears down. Hit the curb, inside and outside curb. Great reaction DRS time, and he goes P5. Well, 1 minute 31.5. 3 minutes left of this glorious qualifying session, which definitely was a shocking qualifying session, to say the very least. Jingle fingers going for the last hairpin, and now for the last corner. Oh, and it goes really wide, and that will definitely hamper his lap time. Jingle fingers goes provisional P6, but it's going to be interesting to see if he fueled up for 2 runs, or did he only fuel up for 1 run. Well, if he didn't fuel up for 1 run, that mistake cost him everything. Knocker's going into the pits, and he'll not improve, and he'll stay P5 provisionally. Next up is Kieran Barr, but a lot of people staying in the pits, and that's quite interesting indeed. So I don't think there's enough time for drivers to improve their lap time, so Is it over? Well, it's going to be really interesting, but let's see where Kieran goes provisional P7. And now Jingle Fingers, it looks like he did fuel up for another run. So he'll be really, really happy with the mechanics that they filled up for 2 runs. That'll definitely save his life, but unless the tires took too much, and maybe the tires took too much and he'll not improve because of that. Opens DRS and he goes provisional 2nd row. And a lot of people staying in the pits, and they'll definitely not improve. So the only one out is Sizzle, who, well, he's definitely not improving. Kieran and Jinglefinger. Jingle's on his end lap. But does Kieran have enough pace in the tank? Can he deny Sizzle the pole position of dreams here in China? Has he have enough fuel for a 2nd run? Well, it's weaving, so it's going to be really, really hard. But no, he goes into pits and he's not improving. I think, yeah, and Jingle Fingers is on his out in lap, and Sizzle takes pole here in China. Incredible pace by Sizzle, consistent and fast. All you need. What a lap time! 1 minute 30.8, 3/10 ahead of competition, and we all have to just bow down to this extraordinary performance. And Sklad in P2, Ice One in P3, and P4 is Jingle Fingers, who rounds the 2nd row. Well, it's going to be interesting. Will Sklad jump Sizzle on the start and he'll lead the race? Will Sizzle get a great start, or will even one of the bottom drivers have an enormously incredible start and win the race? Well, we all have to wait and see. It's going to be also see what kind of strategy everyone will pick. By pole position by 3/10 of a second. So our Czech Republic fans will definitely be ecstatic with this result in terms of qualifying, but it's not qualifying where points are given out. It's a Sunday's race. So can Sizzle not crank under pressure? Can he take pole? And can he win the race after taking pole? Can he have a cool race? Or can Sklad have something to say about it? Well, we'll have our answers in the nearest couple of laps. So the formation lap starts. I'll just set my telemetry. So Sizzle. So I'll just run you through the grid order for the Chinese Grand Prix. So Sizzle lines up on pole position for Williams. Sklad in the McLaren just behind. P3 is Ice One and Alpha Tauri. Jingle Fingers rounds up the second row. Vroom starts the third row. Knockers in the Alfa Romeo goes P6. Kieran in the Mercedes starts P7. Thomas in P8 in the Williams. FN Miller in P9. F1 Immortal rounds out the top 10 on the row 5 in a Red Bull. Jordan Norris in P11. Lucifer Shadid, the championship leader, in P12. Gresco in the Red Bull in P13, one of the championship contenders. The Dutch Awesome in the Alfa Romeo, also a championship contender, in P14. Tommy in P15 in a Haas. Vibrisk in P16 in a Ferrari. And Bumasa in P17. 4 Range in the P18. In the Mercedes is it's not showing the name, so we'll call him No Name Mercedes. So No Name Mercedes in P19, and Dan Richardson rounds out the grid. So in terms of tires, so the top 2 on softs, then Ice One, Jingle Fingers on mediums, and then 5th to 10th on softs, and then Jordan is on mediums. Jordan on mediums, Lucifer on hards, and then 13th to 18th on mediums. No Name Mercedes on softs, and Dan Richardson on the mediums. So definitely a really split strategy going on here. And let's see who'll get overcuts, who'll get undercuts, who'll get the overtakes, and who'll take the race win. So as you see, the predicted race strategy. I apologize. Just see them line them up for the grid. So as the final car just rounds into his starting box, the green flags are waving, and as we go to 5 red lights here in China, it's go here in Shanghai, and well, the top 2 looks to get a really good start indeed, and Scott jumps him into the start and goes down the inside, and he gets past Sizzle and leads the Chinese Grand Prix. Ice One stays in P3. Jingle Fingers, but there's a fight between Jingle Fingers and Ice One as they go wheel to wheel, and Ice One hangs on to P3, and now, well, he's just got attacked by the racing part of Vroom, and he goes, well, from looking to get P3 now in P5, but Jingle Fingers fights back down the inside, and he holds on, but Vroom holds on, and there's some yellow flags. And what happened to Thomas? Well, Thomas spun on the hairpin, I believe, and he's got some damage. What a start that was, and it's a dream start for Slad. Incredible. So as we see right now what happened to Ice One? I see right now, well, Ice One just dropped down a little bit, and well, he was in P3, now he's in P5, and well, he's going to be looking to get back past, but Vroom is really pressurizing Jingle Fingers, and he's getting really close indeed. As we see the top 2 really in a league of their own right now, and he's going to will be the straight. No, it's not, as DRS is enabled, and well, Vroom really looks really handy right now on these soft tires against the mediums. As we see, the board is glitching right now, so just do not look on it. Oh, as he double locks up, that'll definitely not help his cause for his tires. Well, it's gonna be interesting what kind of strategy he picked out. Oh, as Froome has DRS. No, he does not have DRS, but he's gaining on Jingle Fingers, gaining, but it's not enough. And Jingle Fingers hangs on. Oh, as Sklat sets the fastest lap of the race. And well, Sklat is starting to run away with this, but Sizzle's still 1.5 seconds behind. And well, the top two, it looks like they're in a league of their own. Just a big gap between them two, the field and the top two. But Froome just 6 tenths, and Jingle Finger was quite squirmy on the rear end, but well, Froome is still not close enough to mount an attack. But as we see right now, Vribisk gained 9 positions. What a race start from him! Incredible race start from him. So Froome lost out a little bit on this lap in terms of, well, he does not even have DRS on this lap. He's 8 tenths behind. But now the Dutch Awesome is getting pressurized by Tommy, and we see Dutch Awesome swerving left, right for Tommy to not get DRS, and Dutch Awesome hangs on. But well, there's quite a big train forming behind the Dutch Awesome, so you get a feeling that he's holding everyone up right now. And Tommy in the Haas will be screaming in the cockpit, "Get out of the way, get out of the way!" But now he's going great chance. Well, oh, and that could have been a great brake crash if the Dutch Awesome wouldn't go a little bit wider than normal. And Dutch Awesome hangs on just for now. But incredible, Vribisk gained 10 positions, and now 3 tenths behind Kieran, who gained 2 positions. 7th position gained the Dutch Awesome and Tommy. 5 positions by Anbu and Dan Richardson. Jingle Fingers gets a 3-second time penalty. As we see Froome already boxed for a medium tire, so he's doing a big medium tire strategy. And Vribisk gets past Kieran, and Vribisk is storming his way through the field. Extraordinary. Oh, as we see Jordan Miller going wheel to wheel. FN Miller, and FN Miller will try to classic switcheroo. Well, Jordan manages to defend and places his car perfectly on apex. And now Tommy is still looking on the back of the Dutch Awesome, but they pulled out a big gap from cars behind. Oh, and now Gresco gets past Jordan Norris. Whoa! What an Ambumasin has been spun round. Well, it looks like by one of the drivers, and he's down into P15, and that was definitely not needed for him. As we see, Sizzle has already boxed for the medium tires, and he's definitely also doing a medium, a two-stop. Oh. But look how the field, we have a lot of big groups of people. There's just so many battles all over the field, but the Dutch Awesome still hangs on against Tommy. But Vibris in P4 right now, having a stonker of a race right now against this qualifying session. So lap 7 out of 28. Well, Sklad is going into the pits, and let's see where he ends up against. Well, he's a long way in front of Sizzle. But oh, what a Sklad! He spun! And will Sizzle overtake him? And Sizzle gets a net race lead and past Sklad, and that mistake cost Sklad a lot of time. And the Dutch Awesome really has pulled up a quite big gap of over a second. But now Jordan Norris is looking at the back of Gresco in a Red Bull. Oh, and what happened to... Oh, and the Mercedes is out, and there's a safety car. Well, that definitely does not help the drivers like Sklad and Sizzle, who already pitted. Actually, that's the last thing they wanted is a safety car. But now we'll see a lot of drivers going into the pits. For the hard tires. Well, this is really interesting, and this is, well, it's definitely not a good sign for the two stoppers. But now the one stopper just go onto the hards and in to the end of the race. But as the two stopper, what will you do right now? This is like, this is the worst case scenario, to be honest. So either they go pit right now and go also to the hards and just try to overtake everyone, or gamble and stay out and, well, try to like maybe gamble and hope for a second safety car, or try to pull out big enough of a gap. Well, it's gonna be really interesting. Well, Sklad right now in P3 and Cecil in P2, all of which have been into so, but Jingle Fingers stays in P1, and it's gonna be a really incredible first. Well, he's gonna be his debut win if he wins this race. So we see the safety car of the Mercedes AMG GT. Well, it's actually a brilliant situation from Jingle Fingers. His closest rival non two-stopper is Ice One behind two drivers that's on a two-stop, so it worked out beautifully from Jingle Fingers. Right now he can't run away with this, but he needs to keep a cool head, not make silly mistakes, and if he does not need to hold up the two stoppers that much. He knows that they're on the softer tires, and he knows that they'll probably have much more pace right now. But he also will know. Also, they'll have to box one more time. I see the drivers really warm up the tires. Also going left, right to get the most optimum tire temperature they can. So 18 laps left of this glorious, quite interesting Chinese Grand Prix, round number 4 of the Aerodynamix Racing League. So the safety car should be in this lap. I believe so. So, yep. Yeah, safety car is in the stop. So, in a minute now, Jingle Fingers will become the de facto safety car. Well, he has become the de facto safety car. He's controlling the pace right now, and obviously cannot throttle brake, throttle brake, throttle brake, because he can create quite a big concertina effect that can be really dangerous. We saw a good Mugello, we saw what could happen. Obviously Bottas did nothing wrong, but driver in the middle pack, the throttle brake, and that just concertinaed in a massive crash in Mugello. Well, it's going to be interesting to see where will Jingle Fingers blast out. How's he get? As he's went. No, he's not. Well, now he went. And well, he got a great restart in terms of him and Cecil. It's a 1.5 seconds behind in Cecil, but Cecil manages to hang on, and well, it's just Sklar just behind. So we're racing back again here in China, and we already had one safety car, and we see Cecil on the back of Jingle Fingers on the medium tires against the hard tires, the softer against the harder. Oh boy, so Cecil almost was in it on an exit, going really squirrely indeed. As Thomas gets past F1 Immortal. Oh, and now FN Miller's looking at the back. Oh. But now Cecil lost quite a bit to Jingle Fingers, and now it might be a deja vu fight from Sklar against Cecil from lap 1 on a race start. Oh, and what happened to F1 Immortal? Oh, and there might have been a crash between FN Miller and F1 Immortal. Both of them spun. Well, sadly we don't have any replay cameras on what happened, but it looked like they had some contact. But now back at the front, this gap is below 1 second against Sklar and Cecil. Sklar on 2 lap younger medium tires. So lap 12 out of 28 here, China, and well, we have battles all over the field. We have, well, it's just hard to watch everyone because there's so many battles going on. But Ice 1, but Vroom at the back of Ice 1. As he's going to have slipstream, obviously no DRS after 3 laps of the safety car. Well, it looks like slipstreaming is not enough for Vroom to catch up to Ice 1. Oh, as he locks up. As Jingle Finger sets the fastest lap of the race, and already the gap is 2 seconds, and well, Jingle Fingers is doing a great job to fend off someone on a much softer tires. And well, where will the 2 stoppers pit? Well, I would say around lap 16, I would believe they could pit. Yeah, I think lap 16 looks like a good number. Or maybe some of them will try a soft tire, just kind of splash and dash, obviously with no fueling, so it was quite a useless phrase to use, but I just like to use that phrase. But yeah, going on the soft tires, well, if they do go on the soft tires, well, you'll pay around 19 or 20. Oh, and Scott is really gaining on a McLaren as they go wheel to wheel, as we get a really awkward camera shot. Oh no, almost. As Cecil runs into the back of Scott, and well, Scott, it's deja vu from lap 1. Scott gets back past Cecil, and Scott is now on a charge. Oh, and what happened to Thomas? Well, he lost a lot of position, so he might have spun or something. So there's a big freeway fight going on for P4. Ice One, Vroom and Vibris. Vibris obviously with a really great race so far. Gained a lot of positions and having a really great race. Oh, and that Ice One, DRS, wide open, gaining on AlphaTauri, and it goes dive down inside. Ice One defends on the outside, and Ice One just hangs on, last of the late breakers, and Ice One can breathe with relief. But it's not over yet. He still has another lap to have another sorry, it still has a lot of laps to defend with. Oh, a double lockup for Vroom. So, well, he's going to get started really frustrated in the cockpit. Obviously, he is on a two-stop strategy, and he'll be thinking in the cockpit, move out of the way, I need to pull up a gap for my two-stop strategy. Move, and he'll get really fed up with seeing the rear wing of AlphaTauri. Quite much like Hamilton in Monaco 2021. He was stuck behind Gasly the whole race. So deja vu from real life, but instead of a Mercedes, it's a Racing Point. So, well, not much difference, to be honest. Well, now DRS. Well, looks like he's a little bit too far back once again. Yes, he is a little bit too far back. And well, he'll have to. Oh, and Ice One gets really quite squirmy on the rear end, and that could have ended badly for Ice One in seconds. But Ice One is quite starting to gain a lot on Sizzle. Sizzle is not extracting the same pace he had in qualifying. I see Thomas into the pits. Oh, and well, Vroom almost lost it on the rear end. And well, what happened to Knorks? It's a VSC. What happened? Whoa, he spun into the wall, and that could have been a really big crash indeed. And it's a VSC. Well, the VSC does not help the two stoppers unless it'll last long enough for the pit stops. So it's a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC for Sizzle. Oh, and that is just pain, absolute pain for Sizzle. Well, that'll lose him a lot of positions. He'll have to box again and go for the drive-through, and heartbreak for Sizzle and Williams. Absolute heartbreak. Done great performance in qualifying, but just did not have the luck in race. Well, now that just frees Vroom to attack on Ice 1. Oh, what happened to the Williams? He also spun into the gravel trap. Well, that does not help his cause. Oh, he's sliding about. Definitely got a lot of temperature. Well, that is Sizzle, and well, his race just turns from bad to worse. Well, Sizzle will definitely be kicking himself with all that happened, what could have been and what happened. Oh, and Dutch Awesome got past Kieran, and the Dutch Awesome looking to gain a lot of points on his championship contenders. Oh, and Vroom is into the box. Sorry. So penalties. So it's quite really well, the field has really behaved, the drivers, and Jingle Fingers has a 3 seconds, and Jordan Norris also have a 3 seconds, and well, the 3 seconds for Jingle Fingers, that could really destroy his race, to be honest. So he was going to be praying that no one gains a lot of positions, a lot of time on him. Obviously Sklad. Well, Sklad, he might be attempting a gamble and stay and do a medium, go on a medium to the end would be really bold, and if he manages to do that and at least stay in the podium, that would be just absolute hands down great performance. In terms of gain position, Bribris gained 12 positions looking to get the driver of the day. The Dutch Awesome gained 9 positions. Tommy gained 8 positions. Gresco gained 5 positions. Vroom lost 6 positions. Anbu gained 5 positions. Thomas gained 6 positions. Dan Richardson gained 5. Sizzle lost 15, so heartbreak. It lost is for Morrill. So going back to the tires. Also, Gresco and Lucifer fighting it out for P8. The championship contenders going at it. Well, we would love to see them to being much closer to each other more often. So now Lucifer looking to get back past Gresco. DRS wide open, and Gresco, well, it looks like he's going to be a sitting duck. Oh boy, Gresco manages to fight back, but he's got the outside line, and Lucifer with the inside line, well, gets past Gresco. Textbook move by Lucifer. And now he's going to look at the back of Tommy and Haas, as Kieran Barr finally pits. And Sklad still not pitting, so he might be attempting a really bold one stop from soft to mediums. Would be, if he does, well, that would be hands down one of the greatest like performances I ever seen, because that is definitely really hard to do, especially with the tire wear levels here in China. Now Lucifer is cutting his way through the field, and now Tommy is the next victim of Lucifer. 8 laps left. Oh, and look how much the dirty air affects the Alpha Tauri. That is cool. Obviously, he's definitely feeling a lot of pain being behind that close to the Haas with the amount of dirty air you get. But oh, and Tommy makes a mistake, goes wide. And Tommy, well, he looks like he's going to be a sitting duck right now. Well, he's definitely going to be a sitting duck. Well, it's DRS wide open, and well, once again, it's easy days. But oh, well, that could be, oh yeah, and they do touch. And once again, and now next up for Lucifer is the Dutch Awesome, another championship contender for him. So, 7 laps left of this really, well, this race is just really keeping us on the edge of the seat, isn't it? Ice one. And it's really interesting to gain the last podium positions. Well, another great performer is Vibrisk of, well, gained a lot of positions, and if he managed to get podium from such a far back, well, that'd be another hands down great performance. Vibrisk looks like to have them more pace out of them too. So Vribsk, well, he lost quite a lot of time to Ice 1, but will the DRS and Slipstream be enough to get past Ice 1? No, the straight is not close far enough. As Thomas gets a 3-second time penalty. And Sklad, well, I know Sklad is pitting, But as I just wanted to say that he's probably not paying this race. He is. So he's not attempting to gamble. And let's see where he ends up. And Scloud, well, he goes at least P8, well, almost P9, almost P10, so it's not bad, but he ends up in a middle fight with much faster, softer tires, so he'll be at least to gain to P6, I believe. Oh, was they going to go free wide on the main straight? And Sclad gets past both of them. It's a double overtake, but oh! It's a late move from Tommy, and he pushes Sclad wide. And Sclad has damage. And that was quite an unfair move by Tommy. And now Sclad has damage. My goodness, free wide on the main straight. Yeah. She's got damage. Look at the damage Sclad has now to carry. Oh, well, this is another. Well, this is another of no fault of his own. And well, he's gonna be really frustrated with Tommy. And well, another discussion maybe will be going behind the scenes with Tommy and Sclad. Well, that incident really let Jordan Vroom like gain a lot in time, pull away. But now Vroom is 6/10 back of Jordan Norris. Yeah, and look how much understeer Sclad has, but with the DRS here, Tommy is a sitting duck. And it's gonna be an easy overtake. Yes, it is. And now, look at the battles going on here. Yeah, Vivrisk did get past Ice One, I did miss it, but Vivrisk in P2, let's see how much he gained. 14 positions, started in P16, incredible. What a race for Vivrisk, incredible race for him. Oh, and Jordan Norris made a mistake. And Vroom goes round the outside and gets past Jordan Norris. Well, next up on Vroom's list is going to be the Dutch Awesome. But Lucifer got past the Dutch Awesome and he's in P4, so it's a great day for Alpha Tauri 3-4. And great points for the constructors. And they're going to pull a further gap in the constructors. Extender and lead unless something happens. Oh, and Lucifer, the championship contender, is going out there, going wheel to wheel. And, well, Lucifer with the inside line hangs on. But now, the Dutch Awesome going, has a better exit. And he gets back past Lucifer Shadid. What a battle the championship contenders are presenting to us. We love to see it, do we? Oh, and now Froome is getting interested with Lucifer, but Froome backs out. Oh, and Froome runs into the back of Lucifer, and now Jordan Norris is getting interested with Froome, and will he go down the inside? No, Froome hangs on. And now Froome getting interested with Lucifer. Oh, but look how much there's there's 5 people battling it out for P4. What a race this is. We love to see it. And Sklad. Well, Jingle Fingers extends his lead. We see already Jingle Fingers is 6 seconds in front of Vribsk. Oh, and now Sklad will get past the Jordan Norris, and Sklad with damage gets into P7. But oh, look how much more speed Jordan Norris has. And oh, Jordan Norris outbreaks himself and runs into the back of Froome, and he's got some serious damage now. And Froome, well, luckily for Jordan, Froome did not spin out, but that was close. So we're on the last lap of the race. And who will get this P4 spot? Oh, and look how close Froome is into the back. And Sklad gets past Jordan Norris, and Jordan Norris with the damage. But now it's these 3 who will get P4. It's on the last lap. Oh, it's going to be really, really close. Well, it's all about this man. He's going for the last time. He's going through the straight. He sees the lapper of Dan Richardson. It could have, and going through the last corner, it could have been Sklad, it could have been Sizzle, but at the end it's Jingle Fingers wins for the first time ever the Chinese Grand Prix, and for his first ever win. What a race this is for him. Incredible. Vribsk from P16 takes second. Ice 1 rounds out the podium, and Lucifer at the end clinches P4. What a race! Incredible! Wow! But Jingle Fingers kept a cool head, did the right strategy, and at the end all of this paid off. So start on the mediums paid off for Jingle Fingers incredibly. Sad for Slad. P6 led most of the race, and well, the strategy did not work out for him. And Sizzle, well, it was a really bad race for him. Not everything was his fault, but it just got in for Sizzle what could have been for him. Jingle Fingers gets P1, and let's see what will be the AI's driver of the day. It's Friblisk. Well, no. It's not a shock there. I see the drivers getting their victory champagne with, and will be celebrated. And we'll be celebrating this win. But what a race this was. So many battles, so many highlights. And, well, incredible stuff. So hopefully you all enjoyed this, and we'll hope to see you on Thursday again. My driver today, well, it's I have to say very brisk. Started P16 and managed to go P2. That is just incredible stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and yeah, remember Sunday our next race, round number 5.